And welcome back to Cleats to Whistle podcast. I'm Brad Valdez.
I'm Brandon Meredith.
Hey, and the boys are back here at J-Town, and we have, episode 1.
Yep.
Hey, we back where it started.
Alumni.
Primo status.
Yeah.
Primo status.
First is the best, and that's why it was me.
Let's go. Donte Ellison is back in the house, man, and we're here at beautiful J-Town. We actually wanted to get on the field, man, and really spotlight this field, but now you're getting the track done.
Yeah, we getting the track. It never ends. So maybe y'all come back. Maybe we win enough games that y'all can come back like y'all did 2 years ago.
I was here a lot, huh?
Oh yeah.
I kind of neglected you guys last year, man.
Whenever you don't win enough games, you don't get the press. So hopefully this year we can bring it back. That we can get some more wins so y'all can come back.
Yeah. So hey, like I said, we are here at J-Town and really spotlighting Donte Ellison, his program, year 3, man.
Year 4.
Year 4.
Year 4.
Year 4. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's year 4.
Yeah, we don't count the first year. We went 0-10, so we can go. We can go with third year.
On Max Preps, it's only 0-9. If that makes you feel any better.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Whew, that was a tough one, huh?
Yeah. I got great that year. Definitely got great.
Funny enough, I was actually looking at that photo today because I was just kind of sitting there and I was like, I know he's been there since X amount of years.
Yeah.
Just kind of looking at overall records, and on one of them, your first year, I think you had the team picture. There were like 17 kids.
Yep.
And then I turn around and look out here, and I don't know, you probably got close to 30.
30 plus, yeah. First year we probably had 17. Second year we probably had, the year we went 9-2, we probably had 35, and then last year at the most we had like 52. So probably, that's Lord willing, we get above that. So the more you win and the longer you stay as a coach, the more kids that you can get to come out. And that's the number one goal.
There you go. Hey, we're going to knock the call to action out real quick. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Man, 1,300 subscribers. We're knocking on the door, man. We are grinding, man, but we're out here spotlighting these guys and really bringing attention to the high school football here in the state of Kentucky, here in Louisville, man. We got some good dudes, man. This one right here, too, included. So, yeah,
He's all right.
Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and share this episode out so we can spread the word about J-Town. Go ahead and hit them with the housekeeping.
Hey, the housekeeping. Next Tuesday, the 17th, we will be at Top Golf. We're doing an episode a month up until, I think, August. I think we've already released the guest, right?
Yes.
We got Danzler, Mandeville, and we're bringing on players, KP from Fern Creek and Davon Martin from DeSales.
Yep.
Hey, come on out. We'll be out there hanging out, about 2 hours worth of podcast.
Hey, we actually going to get some swings in too, Coach, after. So come to the after party. We're going to have some beers and everything.
I'm excited, man. I just booked a $130 golf trip for next Thursday. So
what?
I said forward money.
I got
big money.
We get Juneteenth off as a national holiday, so me and a couple of my work buddies are going to go down to Edmonson County, Park Mammoth Golf Club.
Let's go, Coach.
Number 1 course in Kentucky.
Hey, make sure you send me your scorecard so I can put it in here.
Probably will not. Yeah. I've heard it's a very challenging course.
Okay, hey, so let's get into this episode. Like I say, hey, Primo status. Hey, the coach's show, Donte Ellison. Good to have you back on, man.
That Ford money, you a fool.
Hey, it's definitely more than his JCPS money. So
okay, Coach. So give us a life update, man. You got any plan? Hey, this guy's been traveling the world, basically, man, trying to see something.
Yeah, trying to, every summer, me and my wife would go out. This year, we're going to go out to Lake Tahoe out in California, and then we're going to go to San Francisco, Oakland. Just travel around the world. We work too hard not to see the whole world. So that's one of my big things, especially before I have a kid. I want to see as much as the world as possible. So that's what number one thing is. If I didn't learn anything else from my mom is work hard and reward yourself. So that's what we're gonna do.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mom. Let's go. Books you reading? You been reading any books?
No, I haven't been tapped in during the school year. I don't read as much, but now with summer, I think I'm better tap in. There's some books that I put on hold at the library because I definitely ain't buying no book. I'm definitely gonna read them and send them back. But there's a few books I want to read. I definitely this summer I want to tap into Bill Belichick's book that's about leadership. that's really what I'm big into now, is trying to figure out how to be a better leader, not just with my kids, but with my students, and then just the people that I interact with. Being a leader, to me, doesn't just stop at being a coach. It's wherever I'm at in life.
Look at this guy. He's polished. Hey, he's hit the media trail, baby.
He sounds like he's been listening to some people.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. Now give us the state of the program. You know what I mean? Year 4. You know, how are you guys progressing with you know, like, well, we kind of talked about it. You know, you're starting to get kids to really solidify staying here.
Yeah, we're getting better by the year. Last year, our record didn't show that we was better, but I mean, as you guys covered in one of your pre-shows, that we had 2 monster guys transfer and go to other programs. One went to Florida for a better opportunity, and then the other one, he left for basketball. That was really his dream. So I feel like if we would have had those 2 guys, our record would have been way different. But you know, you can't cry over things that you can't really control. But overall, I love where the program's at from where we started at. I think whenever people see J-Town on the schedule, it's not just like a layup. When we first took over, it definitely was a layup for most teams that played us. Kids are excited to come here. The number one thing we're trying to do is just establish a foundation and keep chasing excellence. We got a taste of it 2 years ago, but a lot of those kids are gone. We only bring back, I think, 2 kids from that 9-2 season. So, you know, a lot of these guys, is what we preach on. Like, y'all haven't tasted success, and the success that we really want was we haven't even tasted, because we haven't won a playoff game, which we haven't won a playoff game at J-Town, I think, since 2013. So that was over 12 years ago. So that's one thing we talk about is, you know, getting to a standard, upholding the standard, and then, you know, holding everybody to that standard and having guys be vocal. This year we lost a lot of leadership. So that's one thing that we're talking about now is, just because the guys that graduated was a leader, somebody got to step up, and it can't be the coach. Like, I play my games, I did everything that I can do. I can only do so much because I'm not out there on the field.
Your job is from Saturday till Thursday, get them prepped, and then Friday, hey, it's your all's deal.
Yeah,
you can't strap them on and play for them.
Yeah, and that's I'm big on if it's something that is not coachable, like you can't coach. I can't coach being late. I can't coach you not giving effort. Like, that's something that your brothers have to hold you accountable on. That's the big thing is if I'm coaching stuff that I can't control, like, I can get you to the flats, I can get you to read the B gap, A gap, I can teach you what cover 3, I can teach all that stuff, but I cannot hold you accountable in the sense of the things that you as a person, as a young man, can't control. And I'll tell them, like, you have to hold your brother accountable. And that's one of the big things that we will need for this upcoming year is to develop leaders.
Yeah, and we talked about leadership. You know how I do that. I talk about, you know, how they are as leaders. And these guys are trying to figure themselves out. You know, we had a 28 and a 26. You know, they're trying to find their voice as well on the team. But you know, they told us, like, you are a man, like, okay, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to be up front with you, and this is what's going on. Right. You know what I mean? They had nothing but good things to say about you. You know what I mean? So you're leaving that imprint on them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm there's non-negotiables that we always talk about, and being a man is one of the biggest things that we talk about, and then taking ownership of yourself, because you can lie to everybody, but you can't lie to yourself when you look yourself in the mirror. So that's one of the big bullet points that we talk about is being accountable and understanding that your actions, no matter if it's on the football field or off the football field, will affect this team. So just make sure that it's a positive effect.
Let's go. Donte Ellison here, the head ball coach here at J-Town, the town, baby. Let's go, man.
He's got some of that Bob Redmond coming out in him. I can feel it. I can hear it.
I hope I can win half the games, 1/4 of the games that Coach Redmond won. But it's all about you learn. You learn a lot, and the longer that I coach, the more I understand that if I put the young man first and their growth, then the wins and all the accolades and all that stuff will come. But if they're not growing as young man on and off the field, then they'll never achieve success on the field.
Yeah, and this was kind of crazy because I said this is your second stint, being a head coach, right? You know what I mean? And you basically just self scouted yourself. That's basically what I was going to ask you. It's like what did you learn from that first time till now? It's like what have you grown in?
Well, I mean, I just grown as a coach. I had no business being the head coach the first time that I was. Whenever I was at Iroquois, I wasn't ready. Sometimes the Lord shows you that you're not ready whenever you are begging for something that you're not ready for, and I firmly believe that. But I just think I just grown overall, X's and O's wise. I just wasn't where I needed to be at on both sides of the ball, and really just understanding that it's not all about wins and losses. As a young coach, that's the only thing that you chase is wins and losses because that's what everybody in the stands judges you on. But understanding that that my number one job isn't to win games. My number one job is to get these young men ready to be husbands and fathers, and then just leaders out in the world. And that just came with me just being older in myself and understanding myself and growing within myself and being comfortable with myself. But that's the major two things is just understanding the game more and knowing that I'm not the smartest coach in the world. I never will be, but understanding that if I have a foundation of what I want to do, that that goes a long way, and then just focusing on the young man and making them grow, and then understanding that that you can win every game and lose every game, but if you're not progressing to where you want to be at in life, then you already lost.
I love it, man. Great self scout, man.
Speaking of Iroquois, anybody who knows this guy will tell you that's his favorite year of coaching. Was the girls' basketball team over at Iroquois.
It was my favorite year. I love that time at Iroquois, especially with the girls, because it taught me a lot about myself. It taught me about I thought the way I lived and some of the struggles that I went through. I just thought the things that I went through was the worst, and then I go to Iroquois and I deal with some of the issues that our young ladies went through, and it just taught me a lot about myself, about a man, about a future, about how I want to raise a daughter if I have a daughter, about how much I want to really elevate female sports. It just taught me a lot, and I loved my girls that I had. I only had like 12 of them, but we won a bunch of games, and to this day, like they still call me, text me, coach this, coach that. So love my time with the Lady Raiders.
That's kind of what my question was. Like, have you checked out the girls' flag football yet?
Man, I'm a big advocate of that. J-Town doesn't have it, but that's one of the big things that I'm prideful about, because if the sport in general is going to grow, and we need it to grow, because there's so many arrows and darts that get thrown at the sport of football because of concussions, because of kids getting hurt, because of the failures. But if we can get it to grow, especially with the females, if the more females love sports, love football, and especially flag football, the more that the sport will grow. Because it's really right now is you have a pocket of females that care about football, but if it can grow like it is in Georgia, grow like it is in Florida and Texas, like they have like an actual, like in Georgia they have like a legit girls flag football like state title.
Yes.
And girls get scholarships for it. So I'm all for it. I love for it to grow. Hopefully within the next 3 to 5 years. I know it's one big thing that April Brooks is big on, is pushing all female sports, which is great, but especially flag football, because football is a one of a kind thing, and if we can expand it out to more people to experience the sport that we all love, then the better.
I think it's getting sanctioned quick. I think, like you said, next 3 to 5 years it'll be sanctioned state championship sport here.
Yeah, and it's a money maker. The more money and the more sports you can have, the better it be. But money aside, like it's flag football for girls is dope to watch, because girls sports is dope in general, but it gets shaded for whatever reasons. But I'm telling you, some of the great action is with female sports.
There you go. And this guy knows what he's talking about, because he's been up there and seen Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, Caitlin, yeah. CC, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How was that? How was that
Yeah,
atmosphere?
it was dope. It was dope. I've been to a few WNBA games, but nothing that was that fat. I went to our second preseason game. It was dope. It was dope. It was dope. Definitely dope. Angel, I'm a more of an Angel Reese fan, even though some people aren't the biggest fan of her, but I'm definitely the biggest fan of her because I'm a fan of winners, and she won. CC hasn't won yet, but I'm pretty sure she will because she's on her way to being one of the GOATs in the league. But seeing her play was dope. But WNBA, going to their games in general was dope, and that I love that it's getting bigger. Because back a few years ago, you go to a WNBA game and you could yell across the arena, and the person across from you can hear. But whenever Caitlin Clark plays, it's definitely fat.
I love it. Now, you know what? I always asked this question earlier. It's because show some love to that senior class. You had Cornish, you had Shirley, you had who else was it?
Ladarian,
the Smith, yeah,
Ladarian. I had Jaquay.
Yep.
I had Joe Bell. I had who else?
You're gonna forget one regardless.
Yeah. They gonna see this, and I'm gonna get.
You're gonna get the text message.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a bunch of stuff.
It's hard when you've coached that many kids to remember guys' names on the spot.
Josh. I think we had like a 12 team or 12 player class, which is at J-Town. That's a lot, and that class was vital for our success. Like that, the 9-2 year, a lot of those guys they started. So they're definitely gonna be missed. Like we got to replace our quarterback. I mean, Ray was a 2-year starter, and Ray was a guy. Shirley was our MVP back-to-back years as a tackle and as a DN or D tackle. We're gonna miss him a lot. So that class, that class got a lot of wins, and that class solidified the standard that we had.
Yep.
So
Yeah, and you replacing them, it's going to be tough, man. Because I'm going to tell you what, Cornish, if you're seeing this, man, you were a hell of a ball player, man, going both ways, being the middle linebacker, being a QB1, and just he played his ass off, man.
It's not a combo you hear often.
No, it's
middle
not.
linebacker and your quarterback, you don't hear that often.
No,
definitely not. He was tough. He was the reason why we turned this around. Well, him and the others was the cog to turn this thing around. If you don't got a quarter, that's one of the biggest things that I learned from my first year. If you don't have a quarterback that's an actual quarterback, you're gonna struggle. Quarterback there's a reason why they're the number one. The number one position out on the team, especially in the world that we're in. You can run the ball all you want to, but if you don't have a quarterback, it's gonna be really, really hard.
Yes, sir.
The days of completing 10 passes and it being a great day are way gone.
It can do it like the county boys. They do it, but it's just one of those things of in JCPS you ain't gonna have a team that you only throw the ball five times a game. You'll have 5 in basketball. Boys, they want to touch the ball, and they not running up the middle. So you got to give it to them in space.
So the new kids on the block, you know what I mean? We had 2 of them here. You know what I mean? Who are those guys, man? That you're gonna really lean on?
Well, right now, I mean, the number one.
As of right now.
Stuff changes. JCPS, kids transfer in, kids transfer out.
Yep.
As you guys know, people magically can get eligible at certain schools that they can't get eligible at other schools. But as of right now, I think not to be not to toot his own horn, but I do feel like we have the best kid in the state on our team, and LaRon Westmoreland. He was one that left and went to Florida. If we have LaRon, he's healthy. He will be like all the offers that he's getting for all the schools is going to be justified because he's just dominant. He's just a freak athlete. He don't got to stretch, and he runs a 4.5, 4.4. He's 6'4". He can touch the back of a backboard. He can do 7,000 flips. He's just a freak athlete. Having him back will do us justice. But we got other guys. One of the big things that I'm excited about this year is we bring back 3 of our offensive linemen. So, of quarterback is very, very important. But if you don't got the hogs up front, then it just makes it really, really, really hard. We return a lot of our secondary. We return both our linebackers, like little Adrian that was here. He's a senior. He's a thumper. He comes downhill. We have another stud sophomore and a kid named Ramari. I think that starting this year, he was hurt a lot last year. Lord willing, he stays healthy this year. I feel like he's gonna make a big impact running the ball, making a bunch of tackles. He's just one of those guys that he doesn't have a defined role, but whatever role that you give him, like he shines at it. So we got some guys like it's gonna be hard to replace the guys that we got, but we're excited about the guys that's going to step into their shoes and understanding that they have very large shoes to step into. But I feel like from what we done seen from weightlifting into now that we'll be okay.
Speaking of filling some shoes, y'all are moving up a class, right?
Yeah, we're moving up to 5A, but
new district. Who's I had what's your expectations, but I understand that's a tough question to ask a head coach replacing guys that are guys.
Right.
So on your schedule, who's your game, your kind of your measuring stick game? Who on this new schedule cycle?
Our first game we play Rock Castle County. So most guys in JCPS they gonna say who is like Rock Castle. They don't know who Rock Castle is. Rock Castle is a team that is going to throw the. If we make Rock Castle throw the ball more than 10 times, then we will have success. They are going to line up in wishbone. They are going to run. They're gonna run some more. So if our measuring stick is our first game. They made it to the second or third round. I think they are in 3A. I think that Rock Castle, they have a dynamite. I can't remember the kid's name, but they got a running back that is a guy. Like if Rock Castle doesn't make it to the fourth round this year, I'll be surprised. So we open up with one of the top teams in 3A.
Who else you got on the schedule that you're excited about?
I'm excited about Holy Cross with Coach Dick. That's my guy. Me and Dick. Dick's the reason why I got into teaching because I saw him teaching and I saw him coaching, and he was telling me like it's ECE position, like they always need you. You always have a teaching spot. So I owe a lot to Dick because Dick put his arms around me and taught me that it's so like if you're gonna coach, like you need to teach. And I follow his footsteps and what he's teaching. So playing against him, someone that's had a big impact on me. Is good. Fairdale with Dover. Dover's he's long in the tooth because I played against Dover whenever he was at Seneca. But I got a large amount of respect for Dover because he was one of the guys whenever I was at Iroquois, they was in our district. He always gave me encouragement. So it's Dover's been around forever. So it's always good to match up with guys that 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 you won't be smarter than. So if we are in the game with them, it just shows that how far I've come as a head coach because I'm not going to be able to X and O's Dover because he's forgot more football than I know. And then we play Southern at the end of the year. I love Hatch. Hatch is somebody that I always tap into because we have similar programs in a sense. I know they're 6A, but a lot of the struggles that he deals with getting kids and the amount of ESL kids that his school has and different stuff like that. He's somebody that I can call and I can discuss the different things that we go through. Like I know like Southern may not win as many games as other programs, but Hatch is a heck of a coach. It's just sometimes people are at school. How we talked about it's not about wins and losses. Like Hatch is a coach that pours into his kids more than anybody, and so it's always good to go against guys that you respect and guys that you actually talk to. A lot of coaches on my schedule I don't got no relationship with, so it's not as fun as me as a coach. But it's always good to go out and you guys know me. I joke. Like I always crack jokes, so it's always fun to
One of the funniest guys I've coached.
Yeah,
and
you
I
know.
mean that from the bottom of my heart.
So it's always good that I can, you know, if we get a first down, I can yell over to Dick like shut up or, you know, suck it or whatever. Or he can, you know, last year when they blew us out, he was saying a lot of, you know, stuff that I can't say on here. But it's always, you know, it's always good to play against guys that you respect and you got a good relationship with.
I love it, man. I love it. It's been a hell of an episode. I got a couple more questions. And what's like one goal that you want to see this team achieve?
I mean the overall goal is to win a playoff game. If we're just talking about just wins and losses, is definitely to win a playoff game. But just from the coaching side, is just can we build a system? Like I don't think that we've built a full system. I think that this year will be the year that we can really see if we can set a standard. So setting a standard and then being able to have like a system that it doesn't matter who's out there and it's going to work. That's the biggest thing. So playoff game and then creating a system and establishing a standard where the kids understand what it is. And then if you don't live up to that standard, you're going to have to get dealt with not by the coach, but somebody else. A player is going to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
I mean, the great thing about that is establishing that you do have an absolute stud with several offers for good reason who can kind of bail you out in case, you know, they've got you covered and they're jammed up. You can still get that guy, you know, something and who knows what he makes happen.
Yeah. LeBron makes us 14 points better in the sense of he can if you throw a bad ball, he's gonna take it out the sky. He has a chance to take it back. If you kick it to him, he got a chance to take it back. If we get him the ball at quarterback, running back, receiver, he has a chance to take it back. So it you know that helps.
I pulled a little creeper status and pulled right up here and just kind of watched, you know, 5-10 minutes before he even got close. You can see him pretty easy. He stands out.
Yeah.
Kid looks good.
He will be somebody that if he does what he's supposed to do in the classroom or will continues to what he's doing in the classroom and he can make it to the next level, he'll be someone very, 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 very special.
Yes, sir. And I only got one more question. And do you have like a motto or for the season or like a message that you're telling them, you know, so they get that through their heads? Like
one of the biggest things that we talk about is, you know, everybody got hopes and dreams. Everybody wants success, but the opposite of success is failure. So it's one of the things that we break it down is on nightmares because the opposing team that we face, they got a lot of lofty dreams, but the opposite of a dream is a nightmare. So that's what we want to be to the opposite team.
You've been watching some John Gruden, huh?
Hey, somebody, you got to mark it down. I put that in my bag, you know.
Got to, man.
Nobody would have known if you didn't bust me out, but
Not
yeah,
bad.
you know.
Hey.
I watch him too. We all steal each other's stuff.
I love it, man. I love it, and best of luck this season. You got any more questions, Coach?
Nah, I'm happy for my guy. As much as he gives me a lot of shit via text message over the weekend, I still love coming out and supporting him. And
yeah, I'm like the most I'm probably right now like I probably sound super serious, but I'm like the most unserious person of all time until I gotta be. But y'all my guys. I love what y'all do. Y'all put a spotlight on coaches, and you know, coaches we work hard. You know, so it's good for our guys and us to get our time to shine. I know our kids are going. They probably in there telling everything that they said they're excited. We love that you take the time, that y'all take the time out and give it back, because if y'all didn't do it, nobody would.
Yep, and like I said, hey, we're back, man. Hey, episode 1 was shot right here, man. It feels good just knowing that 3 years later I can come back and you welcome me back, and that's what it's about. Building that brotherhood through the coaches, and man, let other coaches know who you are as well.
I appreciate what you said. That was pretty nice. I love that.
Yes,
I mean it.
Love that feedback.
Let's go. Hey, we're gonna break it down now. You know, now Coach wants to do something different. Okay, so tell me what I got to say.
You got the first two. I ended.
Okay, like we always say, everyone has a story. We're here for them to tell it.
Cleats to Whistle podcast.
Okay, is that
See,
better?
it's smooth. It doesn't go back and forth, man.
Let's go, baby.